Hey everyone! We're reaching the end of the Amphoreus update cycle, and leakers are dropping information about Edo Star at an insane speed. And honestly, it's becoming increasingly clear that HoYoverse is going all in on the alternate version system. We're talking about at least 7 characters with new versions confirmed for the 4.x cycle, including changes to model sizes. So let's break down everything that's leaked in the last few days, because there's a lot of interesting stuff you need to know. Save up to 25% on Oneiric Shards at lootbar.gg. To celebrate version 3.7, you can grab the 6,480 Oneiric Shard pack, normally $100 in-game, for just $76 on Lootbar. That's 81 pulls, almost guaranteeing you a 5-star for your account while saving you $24. The process is super simple. Just enter your UID, select your server, and receive your crystals in under a minute. No password needed. Lootbar uses official recharge channels, has hundreds of 5-star reviews, and partnerships with several big content creators that you probably know, so everything is completely safe. Lootbar also supports PlayStation 5 and Xbox top-ups. Click the link in the description to get your discount. New users get an extra 10% discount, while returning users get 5%. Before getting into specific characters, I need to talk about how this is going to happen. Starting from version 4.0, we'll be heading to the planet Edo Star, and HoYoverse is apparently adopting the alternate version system as their main strategy. It won't be isolated cases like Dan Heng or Evernight anymore. Now it's the rule. And look, from a gameplay perspective, it's really interesting to see your favorite characters with completely different kits. And the main point is that these SP versions aren't skins. They're literally new characters with different elements, different paths, brand new kits. And according to leaks, some will even have changes to their body model type. Silverwolf and Blade are 2 of the characters already confirmed on this list, which means they won't just be new outfits. And look, now we have a possible narrative explanation for this flood of alternate versions. According to recent leaks, Edo Star was originally just a world inside a cartoon, a fiction. But through IPC technology, fantasy beings managed to escape from inside the cartoon and became real. This means the SP versions might not simply be alternate versions of the characters we know, but rather versions that existed as fictional characters within the Edo Star universe and were brought to life by IPC technology. It's basically HoYoverse creating a lore-friendly reason to release multiple versions of the same characters without breaking the narrative. So when you see old characters with new versions, they might literally be the fictional versions of these characters that gained real life through technology. It's a pretty creative concept. And if it's true, it elegantly solves the problem of how to explain why several characters have completely different versions existing at the same time, and why we'll have so few new characters in Edo Star. Without further delay, let's start talking about the new SP versions of existing characters, and we'll obviously start with the main star. Sparkle's SP version now has an official name, Hanami, and her kit is exactly what you'd expect. Explosive. Hanami will be on the Elation path, with mechanics that consume skill points extremely fast, burning several SP in a single turn to deal massive damage, similar to Dan Heng, Imbibitor, Lunai, and Archer. And here comes the interesting part. The best support for her is literally the original Sparkle. The Harmony version of Sparkle will be by S for her SP version, which makes sense since Sparkle is the only support who can sustain DPS characters that consume lots of SP. Some details about Hanami's design have also leaked. It will be a Japanese student look working as an online streamer. Hanami will launch in the first half of 4.0, which should drop on January 30th, 2026, being Edo Star's main push character along with the new Elation path, similar to what happened with Aglaia in version 3.0. Silverwolf is also getting an SP version in 4.2, and the change is drastic. She'll be on the Erudition path. We still don't know what her role will be, but she'll probably be DPS, since most characters on this path specialize in AoE damage. Leaks confirm that Silverwolf SP will have a body model type change. We don't know yet if she'll be taller or have different proportions, but physical change is confirmed. And if you follow leaks, you've probably already seen an image of Blade's concept art that leaked a few weeks ago. Blade SP arrives in 4.3, and the design has completely leaked. Traditional Japanese samurai with an inverted red coat, more exposed body with bandages, multiple necklaces, dark jeans. The vibe is elegant but dangerous. He's being rumored as Lightning Element following the Hunt path, working as DPS with follow-up attacks. Just like Silverwolf, Blade also has a confirmed body model type change. Some leaks mention the style shifted to ancient China, so the final look might be a mix of Eastern influences. Now, the 3 SP versions with less concrete information but still on the radar for 4.X. Himeko SP is described as Edo Star's main push character, possibly similar to Firefly or Feinon, probably Destruction. She'll finally have a protagonist role. Expected launch for 4.4 or later. Robin SP has speculation about being Remembrance, with continuation of the narrative with Sunday. Aventurine SP is also getting a new version, and there are rumors of him being on the Elation path since he has connections to gambling and the Aeon Aha. I need to be honest, the information about these 3 is much less reliable. There's a real chance they'll be delayed to the end of the 4.X versions, so don't count on them too soon. And the news that's going to disappoint a lot of people. Sampo SP most likely won't be released in the 4.X cycle. He'll probably be delayed to a future 5.X cycle. Look, it's frustrating because the leaks about Sampo are incredibly interesting. He's the Jester of the Masked Fools, Emanator of Elation, high position in the faction, literally one of the most powerful beings related to Elation. He'll appear in Edo Star's story as a relevant character, but his playability is uncertain. If you were saving Jades for Sampo, you can relax. He's not coming anytime soon. And now, I know I've mentioned this before, but one of the most important pieces of information, not all, but some characters will have body model type changes in their SP versions. It's not just new clothes, it's different body proportions, different height, completely different body type. Confirmed for changes, Silverwolf SP, Blade SP, possibly Robin SP, and Aventurine SP. HoYoverse wants you to look at the SP character and see something genuinely new, not just a costume swap. Considering they'll charge the same price as a new character, it makes sense to deliver something that actually feels new. Look, if you're free to play or a low spender, you need to start planning now. The 4th X cycle is going to be brutal in terms of interesting characters. The confirmed list alone has over 10 potential 5 stars, not counting reruns. My honest recommendation? Focus on the characters you really like. Don't try to get everything. The SP version system means your favorites will have multiple opportunities to shine at different times. You don't need all versions. Choose the ones that interest you most in gameplay and design. Anyway, that's everything we know about Edo Star's alternate versions so far. Tell me in the comments what you think and what your expectations are for all of them. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next videos.